Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Day of the Video Diary. How's it going today? Today, it is a Monday, it's 10:30 and we've been busy up until this point. I've got a lot of things to do. I've got a big, 16 bullet point strong to-do list to do today. I got up, when did I get up? I went to bed last night watching Orange is the New Black because it's boring. So I, Laura went to sleep, she was really tired. She went to sleep, we had quite a long day yesterday though. Went to sleep at about 10ish, I went to sleep at about 11. I woke up this morning, I slept like a log. But I did dream about Dementors coming to get us, which was a bit scary. But otherwise, got up fine this morning. Although Laura got up before me, I then got dressed and whatever, took her to work. I then came back via the post office. I got a text message saying, oh, this thing has been designated and has gone to your chosen post office. And I'm like, what chosen post office? I never nominated a post office or anything at all. And they were like, I took it to the post depot and they were like, oh right, well it says it's been thingy, maybe they pressed the wrong button online. I'm like, oh, okay. They then did some background searching into the company that sent it me because I didn't recognise the company, and it turned out it was the company of the thing they sent me on Friday, which is kind of what I expected. I mean, I'm expecting one thing from Curry's to come at some point, but that company looked nothing like Curry's. So, anyway, so that's all that sorted. And I then came back and I've had myself some breakfast. I've now, because I want to get ready in the morning, I try and keep out the bathroom or whatever. And now I'd brush my teeth and stuff and I'm ready to rock and roll. So, first things first is I'm going to wrap up Laura's present with the wrapping paper, which is also up here, which I forgot to get down a minute ago. And then we've got to do stuff. I'm going to write and polish up my CV. I'm going to, there's things like that on my to-do list. It's quite a long and lengthy to-do list. I have that video stuff to do and all that kind of stuff. I kind of want to get as much of it done as possible before lunch so that after lunch I can jump into some programming work. I'm just polishing up my CV, and by polishing it up I mean it's remarkable how long you can spend on one page of a CV. I've just been dancing around with my first page and hold on, I just filmed this entire clip and then realised that I was essentially showing you my address and phone number, so deleted that clip, start again. So I've been polishing it up at the moment. I've now only got one address. I don't have a home time address. And I've so hold on, let's scroll down a little bit so we don't put my address in it. I've shifted my education section, which this is my old one, my education section up, so it's now right at the top of the page and it's now split out into year as opposed to year, all of my individual grades, year individual grades. This was the CV I submitted to my placement job. So I've crunched all of that up, so it's gone from this chunk here to this chunk here, but it won't get any bigger because it's got already space for my third year units and stuff. I've expanded my skills section, which is at the bottom here, to a 4-paragraph skills section. But that is also combined with this little introduction at the top here. I've gotten rid of this introduction because I thought it was just getting in the way. I don't know, I didn't like it there. I think I remember being told you have a short, sharp introduction, then throw into your education, then do your skills, then do your work experience, then do references and other activities and all that kind of shit. But yeah, so there's that. Anyway, so I scroll down now. I've literally just been on this page trying to reword everything, trying to get it all to fit in. Actually, I've got quite a lot of skills now. To be honest with you, my CV and LinkedIn and stuff is glowing. It's pretty in-depth now, and I'm just trying to update my CV so it's as in-depth as my LinkedIn account, essentially. But now I've got the joy of going through my second page, which is, let me zoom out a second on this one, which is here's my old one where I just had my work experience in a supermarket, and then I've got bang, 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 programming club, chess, and Stephen Space. Which was I haven't done any of this since I left, since I went to university. I've now got to put in a chunk about my work experience, the only piece of work, it's this needs to shrink, these need to shrink as much as possible. I need to put as much in as possible about my placement year because that's basically what's getting me all this stuff. But yeah, I'm about to start the second page, and I've also been told to never go on to a third page. You don't need a 3-page CV, it should just be short and sweet. So I've got to chunk out half of this, make it smaller, keep the bullet points, but then just be right, bang, here we go. here's my other stuff. It's nearly lunchtime. I'm kind of annoyed at the fact that I haven't got this finished, but it's probably good that I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to get Laura to double check it as well when she gets home. Lol. Annoyingly, I'm going to have to cave and have lunch because it's taken, like, I'm so hungry I'm going to start eating other things, so it's probably best that I don't and I just have lunch instead. I'm going to have lunch, it's 1 o'clock, and then I'm going to come back, write my bit about work, try and trim down as much as I can do, then I'm going to jump into some programming because I believe that's my to-do list done. I have demoted some stuff tomorrow, but then that's so that I can also split tomorrow in half and do programming as well. So I can do programming on both days as opposed to like just solidly tomorrow. Or something. What's for dinner? Pizza again. When I went to Bath, Laura had pizza, and like we looked into getting one of the smaller pizzas, but it wasn't really worth it. There was no real like value in having the smaller pizza. It was like, it wasn't a lot. It was like £1 for the much bigger one, like double in size. So I said, just get the big one, have as much of it as you want, and we'll have the rest for lunch. So yesterday we had it for dinner, and today I'm having it for lunch anyway. She's jealous of my lunch. But yeah, also I said yesterday, like, the best way of warming up a pizza, I used to always have it cold, but if you warm it up on a frying pan, or anything hot like a sandwich toaster will do it, you crisp up the bottom. Obviously you don't put oil in it, that'd be ridiculous. You don't want oily pizza. But it crisps up the bottom, and it does it just right so it doesn't go all soggy, and it's really, really good. Really legit good. Oh, how on earth you're supposed to write like 1 or 2 paragraphs about everything I've done at my work placement? Oh, this has taken so long that I'm genuinely going to be forced to do presentation stuff today because I'm not going to get any programming done. This is ridiculous. Why does it take so long to do things like CVs? It's just a page. There's only 1,250 words on it. There should be less than that as well. But it's taken me so friggin' long just to get this right. But advice to everyone, make sure your CV is right. Yeah. I don't know what I should write in this bit. I just don't know. Because I mean, like, all of the skills I've learned are in my skills bit. Should I move them out of my skills bit and put them into my work experience bit? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. No, because skills talks about the languages and tools I've used. It doesn't talk about things like the projects I've made, the software I've made or helped make. So I've got like the first paragraph of my work experience is about like Scrum and teamwork and Agile. And the next bit is like, it's literally just a list of services I've made and tools I've used to do it. It's nearly 5 o'clock and I'm nearly finished. I've got down what I'm happy with for my work experience stuff. I've narrowed down the stuff I did at my supermarket, and I'm now working on my other activities section, which, to be fair, I'm wondering how important or how impressive things like the space mission or chess was. I think programming club, is that really important? It's like, it's a long time ago, but it is something. Well, programming club isn't very different. Chess isn't very different. I think the space mission is something quite different. That's worth having still, I think. But everything else, though. Christ, if only I had 3 pages, this would be so much easier. Because I can't even like shift it around a bit. And like, it's. I need to make up this much space, essentially. I've trimmed down the bit on programming and taken out chess. Like I mentioned my chess project, which is my first proper software project, which to be fair I'm not proud of anymore, which is why I've taken it out. Like, it's something I would happily talk about. Like, if people say like what's one of the things you're most proud of, it probably would come up because it was such a big piece of work to do. But it's not really CV standard, I don't think, compared to Programming Club, and I don't even think Programming Club is, with the exception of the fact that it's like I'm able to say things about like working with other developers and stuff, but I've talked about that in a different role. I've talked about that in my actual work, so do I take it all out? Okay, I've done it. I've taken out Programming Club, I've taken out chess, I've left them there to ask Laura. Like, these are basically irrelevant now, aren't they? Chess is definitely irrelevant. Programming Club is nigh on irrelevant, because the only thing Programming Club gets across is how like passionate I am about programming. But passionate about something when it was 5 years ago, like a CV, it grows old. The older shit you put on it, the less relevant it is. When I was looking at my placement stuff, to be fair, a couple of people did ask questions about that kind of stuff, but they didn't give a damn about like where I used to work and things. It was just, well, I don't know. I think the space mission is definitely like something that's quite unique to me. Programming Club probably isn't. Chess probably isn't, and it's something that I can bring up. Like, I've done much more, much bigger, much better things than chess. Like, if I still have to harp on about something I wrote in VB.net 5 years ago, then there's a problem, and I should probably change industry. So, that's that. It is 5 to 5. Laura's about to finish work, and she's about to head on home. I'm going to play Doom for a bit, because I'm bored. Jesus. On my to-do list though today, ladies and gentlemen, I have now got to get Laura to go over this, coding some part of my project, which I'm going to do tomorrow. Now, I need to as well do some stuff about my placement presentation, like polish that off. I might do that later. I've got written down here as well, write a blog and stuff. We've got to do shopping lists and all that kind of crap as well. Quick game of Doom, and then we'll do that, I think. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to head to bed and stuff. We came, obviously, like Laura got back, and we should have took my CV. It's good. And we sorted out other things like shopping lists and all that kind of stuff. We've been shopping, which is always a party. Although it's really weird now because we drive back in the dark. You like go out and it's like a bit sunny, and then you come back and it's pitch black. So it's kind of like, oh, winter's here. But yeah, we went shopping and we cooked dinner, and I've been sitting writing, or trying to write, my presentation that I'm going to be doing on Wednesday. And it's just occurred to me that like people from our companies have been invited to come along. God. And I'm just trying to imagine like if like, because apparently 2 people have been invited from this other company, PayPal I think. And like, could you imagine if like my boss was like, hey, let's bring Dibble along, Dibble. Go down there, hilarious. If they can't, I'm going to be traumatised. But anyway, we, like I say, going to head to bed and watch some TV. Nearly 10 o'clock. So, yeah, I've got to start. When am I going to start getting myself used to getting up at 6? Because I'm going to get up at 6 on Wednesday. Do a test run, test drive. Whew. Thanks for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow we have more fun, hopefully programming fun, although there will be some presentation work in there, unfortunately. I'll catch you later.